despite the loss. I'm over here, gotta get across. Whether you like it or not, there is a moment meant for us. And now you made it, but I already played this. Not interested, open your eyes, let's get it done. Take my hand, just follow me. Shadow me, I won.
Hey, good morning guys. It's another beautiful day in Hawaii. I always start off my day with a bottle of water. In the last couple of days, we've been just pretty much moving as you saw. I did a couple more runs of what I showed you on the last vlog. Going to Goodwill, donating some stuff, and then selling some books, organizing the storage. It's not fun, and I still got way more stuff back here and everywhere. But I was very glad to find out that you guys enjoyed the drone shots that I managed to get. It's so easy to get nice drone shots in Hawaii. By the way, the other day I went to a supermarket and find the new kettle chip Korean barbecue. I don't know if this is new, but it looked good, so I decided to pick it up. Maybe I'll test it and let you guys know how good it is. My breakfast for this morning. Look what else we have for breakfast. Some vegetable and fruit juice. We're gonna mix all these different kinds of veggies in here, in this juicer. It's gonna be really good. Starting off my morning with this is absolutely amazing. I wish I could do that every day. It's so healthy for you. It's really good. After living in Japan for a year now though, I have to say that Japanese vegetables and fruits, unless you pay like a really expensive hefty price for it, it's not as fresh as the ones in the US. I just feel like they're kind of watered down. I was just digging through my stuff. Look at this pencil case. Remember we used to use pencils? This is like in a nice case. These are like a Japanese brand in good quality. I was just remembering those days when I started school in the US for the first time. I was in elementary school and all my friends used to be into my Japanese stationaries, because back then Japanese stationaries were like way ahead of the US, and like I had the Dr. Grip pencils where you just shake and get the lead out. Like all my friends were like going pretty crazy about it, and I would be like, yeah, I got it. This is like a normal thing for me. It was like pretty funny when I think about it. Alright guys, so I found something interesting, so I want to show you guys. What's inside this box is Yu-Gi-Oh playing cards. This used to be like a big thing in Japan and also in the United States for a while. I've used to play these as a kid, and I've got like tons of super old original Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Some of these cards I bet are worth a lot according to my brother. I think I'm gonna go sell these Yu-Gi-Oh cards to a collector's shop or whatever. Alright, before going to the Yu-Gi-Oh cards place, we came to a vegan restaurant. Alright. That's what my mom got. Pancake with some vegan fake meat and potatoes. This is the Zen breakfast. We got nori seaweed soup and bunch of other ingredients. So this right here is like a fake bacon. It's supposed to be like vegan. Looks pretty real. Alright, that was a really good meal. Pretty expensive though. I wouldn't come here if I were by myself. There are a lot of vegan restaurants here in Hawaii. They're pretty good.
There's a lot of Japanese.
Okay, it's okay. Alright, bad news guys. They didn't take any of my cards because a lot of them were Japanese. Apparently they don't take Japanese cards. Alright guys, I'm back home. That was sort of a fail. Oh well. I won't be showing much more of the moving process because it's probably really boring. But honestly, when you're moving, that's all you're doing. So I had nothing else to show. But I got back home and I'm a little hungry. So I'm gonna give it a try on the keto chip. It just smells like a regular barbecue, but check it out. So yeah, it looks pretty normal, right? I don't know what's special about it. Alright guys, so I did try a few of these. Honestly, I can't really tell the difference between like a regular barbecue chips, keto chips, and this one. As far as the taste goes, it's really good. A little bit more spicier version of like regular barbecue. It's pretty good though. I like them. Now, the story I wanted to share with you guys is this. As many of you guys know, I'm married to someone foreign. If you're marrying someone foreign, it is very important to learn their language as well as their culture. In my case, that is learning Korean and learning Korean culture, which by the way, I still need to work on a lot because I feel the importance of learning those two things. My consciousness and how I view Korea has changed drastically, especially after visiting Korea a couple times. Now, it is important to learn the culture and language because it's sort of like a respect to your partner and as well as to her parents. So Minju's parents, they speak a little bit of English, but unfortunately not to the level that where we can communicate smoothly and express our thoughts. But because her parents are understanding of cultural differences as well as how difficult it must be to learn a new language, they've been really patient with me. Minju's parents are honestly like super open-minded. They're really, you know, in general very understanding. That really makes me feel guilty and the need to learn the language more than ever. I am truly grateful for them being very open-minded and being patient with me and being very understanding. And I really like people who are very open-minded because having like strong belief in yourself but not necessarily like pushing it onto others, I think is important. And I want to be the adult when I become older. And older, I'm already an adult by the way, but someone who is so open-minded, welcoming, and so respectful, understanding to accept all kinds of people. I really respect those people. And so where am I going with this? If I were to mention one problem that I saw like from learning to living in Japan, was that people in Japan have a mindset that there's like a certain standards, certain rules to everything that made a good person. You have to be studying, you have to be taking certain course in your life in order to be successful. And if you're not following the traditional path, then you're deemed as a failure. You're basically a failure to the society, and people will try every way to push you down if you're doing something different. Having those strict rules being strongly enforced onto employees and other people in society, Japan is definitely missing something, I have to say. Giving people opportunities to be different, giving people chances to pursue different courses of life. When you look at like how many people are suiciding in Japan, how many of them are young, and how many people are dying from, you know, working overtime. I saw an article last week about this lady who was 31 years old. Her heart stopped because she was overworked overworking basically. These problems occur because there's so much pressure, so much expectations from people to be one way, and you can't tell other people that you want to be different. And that is why I greatly appreciate the people who are very open-minded, like Minju's parents, who give people space and options to do things rather than forcing someone to do. Because it is so easy to just get fixated on your cultural values and think that someone's action is wrong. You basically have bias of opinion, and oftentimes I see people get angry or force someone to do something because by their standard, by their culture, that is just not acceptable. You have to look at it from the other person's perspective. That is why I feel like it is very important in today's society to actually travel outside and learn differences in opinion, and like how one opinion doesn't rule out all the others, how one culture is not absolutely right. There's always like a reason why another person is doing something, and if that comes from like cultural differences, you have to be understanding. And I feel like that requires creative thinking, and it requires you to actually go out and travel to learn these things. So I really encourage you to travel more, and if you get a chance to live in a foreign country to learn these things, it honestly helps you with like relationships with friends, meeting new people, working with other people in a corporate environment, dealing with your bosses and other people. It honestly helps a lot. So because of these things, I highly recommend traveling more. And also, if you guys get a chance ever to live in a foreign country, even for like a short while, it's gonna give you a lot of life lessons. Lastly, if you guys ever get a chance to meet a foreign person, I think that's also going to open up your mind a lot. For that reason, I really recommend marrying someone foreign. And that concludes today's talk. With that, I'm gonna close today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.